Welcome back, everybody, to another Illuvium Arena Gauntlet guide. This one is going to be a quick one. We're just going to talk a little bit about the late game. So we are in the final moments of this match. We are myself with 6 HP left versus Affable Vermilia with 78 HP left. And we're going to see how this turns out. So right now we are just in the carousel. There's not much to talk about, except just get the augment you want and get usually some high level Illuvial that gives you a lot of mastery points with the augment if you don't have some specific Illuvial that you're going for or a specific augment that you're going for. Just try to get a lot of mastery points. For example, right here, I mean, sure, if he really wants that augment, but if he just gets an Illuvial, if he doesn't really care about which augment, there's a few good choices. Don't take the one with TNT that gives you 1 gold. Take the one with the Scarabog 5 gold, because 5 gold can go a long way, right? So let's talk about my setup here, which is a little bit crazy. It's a little bit very specific. So we have 5 empaths, 5 bulwarks, 3 harbingers, and 2 mystics. So this composition is 100% built around sustain. The only damage we really got comes from our harbingers, but it's actually the main damage comes from our 5 bulwarks, which once you have the 5 bulwark threshold activated, you get damage reflection. So every damage these bulwarks get, they reflect the percentage of it, depending. It actually depends on how much resistance they have. That's how much damage they would throw back at the enemy. So I want you to take care. First of all, this enemy Ramfight is doing no damage, but I want you to take care of this bad boy right here, Dorado. Because my units are falling pretty low, but boom, they're back to half health. Then we also have the Arcalion, which is a star in this battle right here. It has Bulwark, it has Harbinger, and it has increased heal for the team and itself. And so the Arcalion, once our frontline dies, we have 1, 2, 3 Harbingers left. We have 1, 2, 3 Mystics left standing right there. Well, 2 Mystics and the Dorado. So these are our core units, and they are just unkillable with the setup we have right here. We also have Tsunami. So our Harbinger and our Mystic are casting more. They also do extra splash damage around them when they cast. And we even didn't bond our Ranger last round, so we're gonna actually bond it to also be a Mystic. So with our Arcalion, we can bond it, which also gives us Wildfire with the Crunk, and then we get another Mystic. Ideally, what you want to do usually is get 4. In these composite thresholds, usually if you get 4 Mystic, 4 Harbinger, 4 Aegis, this is going to give you an additional bonus on this composite trait and on these units. I don't think it's very good on the Mystic, to be honest, but on the Harbinger and on the Aegis and on most other traits, it's really, really strong. It's not that bad on Mystic either, but I would rather go for another one if I could. It just so happens that I cannot make Harbinger with my Ranger because it's not Bulwark or Scion. I cannot make anything else really happen, so the best one I can go for is Mystic with our Ranger also being Wildfire. So this time we definitely have even more damage in our hands, and it's just crazy. I want to show you very much the last moments of this, because what I've been doing, I've been holding on to the Forus, I've been holding on to the foes, to the Mules, and to the Ramphis. Because now he found his Jotun and the Phosphorus, so this is a bit scary, but if we just back up a little bit. Okay, we don't see this guy anymore, but the Forest we see. So we see the enemy bench. This is very important, especially in a one-on-one scenario. I see he has 2 foes. He's going for the Phosphorus, which is a big win condition if he can upgrade this guy. Then he's going for a Ramfight, which is also a big win condition, because if he can one-shot my corner composition, I'm donezo, right? And he is, I think, with the Rogue and the Scion, yes, he has a Phantom Ranger. So this guy can already crit and do a lot of damage. He doesn't have the best augments here. It doesn't have the worst. There's actually 2 damage augments right there, and a little bit of crit chance and crit damage. So the Ramfight is definitely scary. So what we want to do is contest those Forus, is contest those Ramphis. Those are his 2 win conditions. So as you can see, I'm buying them up. And I'm actually, we're gonna go back where we left. So I'm actually rolling just for this, buying them up. But he was able to find the Umber, the Seer, the Jotun. So he has Behemoth, he has Magma. I'm gonna buy that foe, or at least even if you don't buy it, if you have it in your shop, the enemy can't get it. So you can just have it in your shop, lock your shop, for example, and keep blocking that foe so our enemy cannot get it. But yeah, he found the... I guess we didn't really arrive where we left, because where we left, we actually had a Forest in the enemy team. So yeah, he found his Forest, he found his Jotun, he has Behemoth with the Seer, he has Magma with the Scoriox, he has Arcanite with the Phosphorus and the Scoriox. He also found the Rampfire now. He has the Umber, so he basically has a more than half team full of stage 3s. What he's still missing is another Phantom, which would help him a little bit, but not that much. As long as he has at least 2 Phantom, that should be enough. So what I'm doing here is spacing my units out a little bit, in the hope that, especially if I put the Arcalion here, there is still not enough space gonna be created right here for the Rampfire to come in, right? But what this does, if I space them out a little bit, maybe the Rampfire lands out here, lands out here, lands out here. And then maybe with the cast right there, it doesn't hit all my units. So I just want to make my corner position a little bit bigger. And you shouldn't do this with the tanks, those 3 right here, because they are going to walk away. So they should be very tight in, so when they start walking, they don't have a full space free yet. But with your ranged units, you can definitely leave like this much space here, so I could space them out, and then this much space here and here, because they're not going to move. So if I keep like this big of a gap right here, no rogue will fit in it, but I will spread out my corner composition a little bit. It's just a little side note right here. Rampfire usually has a really big AoE damage anyway. And the problem I think I spaced it out too much. Yes, I put the tank too much outside, and the Rampfire was able to come in the middle of everybody. So he goes up into the air, casts down, but he's not able to one-shot my team. I'm not sure if he wasn't able to crit, or if I'm just so tanky with the Mystic, providing extra damage reduction. And the Harbinger, the 5 Bulwarks, there's a lot of resistances. And even with the Phosphorus here, even with the Scoriox, even with a Rampfire in the middle of it all, he was not able to one-shot my team, which is pretty crazy. I was able to one-shot him right here, 26 damage to his health pool, and we were able to pull it off. So I'm gonna post a lot more different variation of the Earth and the Rogue compositions, which are the leading meta compositions right now. But I also wanted to show you there is many different ways how you can build a team that can still break the meta, because there is many different things. If RNG kisses you a bit, or if the game gives you some crazy stuff, you can still build like crazy teams that can succeed, that can win the game without focusing too much on the meta builds. So in this case, we just built a full Bulwark team with some really strong healers. This Adorius in the end. So in the end, I had 4 Mystic, which gave me even more sustain. So this Adorius with double stacking attack speed plus stacking Omega power. So the longer the fight lasts, the faster it attacks, the more it casts, and the more heals it did. So we can very quickly scroll back and see how much this Adorius is healing. So here it's gonna cast. Well, the Arcalion already heals me full. But it's casting, and let's just look at the HP pool of, well, these 2 guys right here. Well, they're full again. Anyway, it's just casting so much. It's a bit crazy. So yeah, we were able with just Bulwarks and healers to outsustain them, and a big part of it was the Axodon, which carried me through the early game with the Ranger. Not the Ranger actually, but one tactic that I didn't do here. If you have a Scion or Bulwark Ranger, you can get the Harbinger very early. And if you get the Axodon, which is often uncontested, you can go through it. So in this case, I just rolled early for Arcalion and Axodon. Arcalion actually was my main carry that got me to the late game. And Harbinger as well. So Harbinger was a big part. 5 Bulwark was a big part. And then also the Mystics with the heal were a big part. And we were able to beat this team, which looks insane on paper, but wasn't able to get through my tanks. That's it. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. I see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.